So much to get through. Let's start with that transfer that has been going on and on and on through this window, but is coming to a conclusion. It centres on the striker that Manchester United and Newcastle have both wanted, Benjamin Sesko. Mark, United are winning. Give us the details of the deal.
Yeah, significant details developing over the course of the last few moments because Benjamin Sesko and his agent Elvis are heading to the UK.
Sorry, I've got to stop you there. Elvis?
That's his agent's name, yes.
Uh-huh.
They're heading to the UK tonight, and it's expected he'll go through his Manchester United medical in the next 24 hours. It's quite amazing, really, the saga that has been Benjamin Sesko over the course of this week. There's been so much back and forth. There's been so many things reported, and we understand that the deal that Manchester United have agreed with RB Leipzig is worth £66.3 million as a guaranteed fixed payment, additional payments at £7.37 million. According to our colleague Sky in Germany, he's going to sign a 5-year deal. And what's remarkable is that offer, that agreement that Manchester United have come to an agreement with Leipzig is actually less than Newcastle's second offer. So therefore, you have to say, once again, frustration for Eddie Howe. They cannot do any more than offer more than Manchester United. If the player has decided he wants to go to Old Trafford, then there's absolutely nothing they can do about that. But Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, getting the man they want. They wanted a new front three. They've got a brand new front three with a mix of Premier League experience, a mix of high ceilings, a mix of real potential in Benjamin Sesko, who's been watched by Real Madrid and some of the biggest clubs in European football over the course of the last few years. He's now got his chance at one of the biggest clubs in the world. He's now going to be playing at the Theatre of Dreams. And Ruben Amorim, as long as those Manchester United fans will also be hoping he is the real deal and the one that they have been looking for so many years.
Michael, Mark said the word potential there. Now, playing for Manchester United, we all know, is a different kettle of fish, the scrutiny. Should United fans be a little bit cautious about the expectations for a player like this?
Yeah, potentially, 22 years of age. But I think, you know, it's unbelievable to see Man United not in Europe next season. But I just get that feeling it might help them. Just on this, this is a complete reset for Manchester United Football Club. We know Ruben Amorim was a bit against joining the football club midway through the season. Took a while to click, finished very low in the league table. But they've got their business, their front three, done early. I see a number of clubs, and I'm thinking you're nowhere near ready to start the season. There's a strong possibility those front three who they've signed, Sesko's obviously on his way now, those front three can make their debuts, league debuts against Arsenal at the weekend, on the opening weekend.
Yeah, and I'm excited about watching this new-look Manchester United side as well. You know, Ruben Amorim has always said, I'd rather go into a football club at the start of the summer so I could have 6 to 8 weeks or so with my team, really implementing my philosophy within that group. He didn't get the opportunity at Manchester United. He had to go in midway through a campaign. It wasn't a fantastic season despite getting to the Europa League final. Didn't end in the way they wanted. No European football. But now he's had the backing of Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox and Sir Jim Radcliffe. There's been a lot of cutbacks at Manchester United. No cutbacks in the transfer window. They're spending around £200 million over the course of this summer so far. We know that they'll be hoping to rejuvenate and recoup some money from those potential player sales as well. But once again, this is a huge statement signing for Manchester United. This is a player that could be one of the best strikers in world football in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. He's only 22 years old. He's got a really high ceiling, and that's what Manchester United are buying. They're buying someone who they believe can go into that team now, but also could be an absolute icon for many years to come at one of the biggest clubs in the world. And that's where I'm intrigued as to how this works out. Ruben Amorim is very focused on the style of football he wants, the setup for his team and what he's looking for. He's got all of the tools now at his disposal. So as far as the fans are concerned, the wider footballing public, no excuses now. Manchester United, you have to deliver.
All right, so that said, how good a window is this for Manchester United?
You'd like to... Well, for United, they need to get the players out they don't want. I think that has to be considered a great success if that's to happen. I mean, we'll be talking maybe Alejandro Garnacho maybe later, but you've got Anthony, you've got Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford has left to go to Barcelona, Tiro Malacia. I think it's not a success if United don't get those players out. because people are obviously rightfully saying, well, they're spending a lot of money because those players who aren't part of the plans are currently on big wages. So there must be that hope / expectation that these players will eventually leave the football club.
Do they have to go now, though, Mark?
No. Manchester United have been quite clever in one respect, because when they bought Matheus Cunha, £62.5 million release clause, that was actioned in the previous accounting period before the 1st of July. So therefore, in theory, they have got that outlay, which will be amortised over 5 years, in the previous set of accounts. And the business they've done since the 1st of July will appear in this set of accounts. And obviously that runs to the 30th of June. So any potential player sales, as long as they're done by the 30th of June 2026, then they've got that time to try and balance out, should they need to, this set of accounts over the next 12 months or so. So it's the same with Newcastle when they sold Yankuba Minte and Elliot Anderson and took the goalkeeper from Forest. Aston Villa have done it in the past. Other sides have traded amongst each other when they've needed to make sure they balance the books for PSR reasons. So Manchester United, whilst they're not in Europe, are in a situation where they've actually got a little bit more time to make sure they can balance things before next year.